Hello again. One of the problems with relying only upon the mainstream media is that those owning and operating the newspapers and television stations can be a little, how shall I put it, selective about what they tell us. I do not say this is always done with the deliberate intention to mislead us, with a sinister motive. Sometimes it's simply that an agreed narrative emerges in time and it's just easier to play along with that accepted version of events rather than to be a maverick or outsider. This is what has happened and is still happening with Ukraine. The standard version or orthodox view of the matter is that Ukraine is a plucky little nation fighting valiantly against a mighty country which is bullying it into submission by launching devastating air raids upon the country's cities. Those in the capital are huddled in air raid shelters as missiles and drones rain down upon them. Thank goodness that Britain has accepted all those refugees from this dreadful war. We have over 250,000 of them in this country. According to a paper published by Parliament last month, which I give a link in the description to this video, it's called Ukraine, UK Aid and Humanitarian Situation 2022 to 2025, almost 7 million refugees have left Ukraine and sought refuge abroad, and another 3.5 million people have been displaced internally, that is to say, driven from their homes within Ukraine. Since the population of Ukraine is 37 million, this means that between a quarter and a third of the population have had to leave their homes due to the fighting. A shocking situation indeed. Country devastated by the ravages of war, wouldn't you say? Yet, amidst the carnage, how many ski resorts do you think are currently operating in Ukraine? The surprising answer is that there are no fewer than 58 ski resorts in Ukraine, and they are doing a brisk business, both on the domestic front and internationally. There are plans for a gigantic new one, which will eclipse all the existing resorts, but we'll come to that in a moment. In the description to this video, I give a link from TripAdvisor. It's a review from TripAdvisor by somebody who took a skiing holiday there a few weeks ago. He writes, "We had a great family ski vacation, very good services. You can buy ski passes from the lobby next to the ski slope, card access in the hotel, ski rent in the hotel. There are similarly enthusiastic reviews all over the place, and Booking.com lists the 10 best ski resorts in Ukraine if you feel like a week or two away." There is something a little strange about this, because of course all the pictures we see from Ukraine don't show people on skiing holidays and gliding around or tobogganing or anything. They rather show war damage, power stations being knocked out, and we hear of the terrible casualties in the Ukrainian army. And yet, the place is still somehow a premier destination for skiers. There is a contradiction somewhere, a dissonance, a glitch in the matrix, perhaps. Not only are the 58 ski resorts in the Ukraine thriving, but there is evidently room for yet another and even bigger resort. I give a link to a piece from a specialist magazine for winter sports fans about a massive new resort being built in Ukraine. Construction began last year and it will cost over £1 billion to build. The details were impressive. It will, it seems, and I quote, rival Europe's best alpine destinations. There will be 75 miles of ski slopes, and it will be serviced by 2 gondola cable cars and 11 chairlifts. Not only that, there will be no fewer than 25 hotels in the resort. All this in a country which already has 58 ski resorts. I rather think that we're not being given an entirely honest and open picture of Ukraine in the British press. I will say no more than that all these ski resorts, which are doing such good international business, do not somehow seem to tie in with the stories about a country on the verge of collapse due to the air raids. There is, I think, a bigger picture. Don't take my word for any of this. Click on the links I give and see what you make of it all.